Australians chew through approximately 1 billion sticks of gum every single year. That is about 40 sticks per person going straight into our mouths. After 3 weeks of research, contacting manufacturers, reading clinical studies, and yes, chewing through about 50 packets myself, what I found genuinely disturbed me. Some of these gums contain ingredients banned in other countries. Others use sweeteners linked to gut health issues. And a few are basically chemical cocktails disguised as sugar-free health products. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which brands to leave on the shelf and what to grab instead. The chewing gum industry has pulled off one of the sneakiest marketing tricks going. They have convinced us that sugar-free means healthy, that dental approved means safe, and that what we are chewing is somehow good for us. Meanwhile, they are loading these tiny rectangles with artificial sweeteners, titanium dioxide, and synthetic polymers that your nan would have called plastic. The ingredient lists are deliberately confusing, the health claims are cherry-picked, and the regulatory loopholes are wide enough to drive a truck through. If you want to stop getting ripped off by misleading health marketing, hit subscribe. Because I do this research so you do not have to. Let us get into it. Number 10. Hubba Bubba Original. Look, Hubba Bubba is basically childhood nostalgia in bubble form. I get it. But here is the thing. This is not technically a health risk gum. It is just absolutely loaded with sugar. We are talking 2 grams of sugar per piece. You can grab a pack at Woolies or Coles for about $1.50. I checked the ingredients panel properly. The first ingredient is sugar. The second is glucose syrup. That is just more sugar with a different name. Chew through a pack of 5 pieces and you have consumed 10 grams of sugar. That is roughly equivalent to 2.5 teaspoons. Just from gum. Your dentist would have an absolute fit if they knew. I actually timed how long the flavor lasts. About 3 minutes before, it is basically flavorless rubber, so you are paying for a sugar hit, not a gum experience. Real gum should freshen breath and maybe help with focus. This is basically a lolly you do not swallow. Parents give this to kids thinking it is harmless fun. It is not. It is training their taste buds to expect intense sweetness and contributing to the dental crisis we have got with Australian kids right now. Number 9. Mentos Pure Fresh Gum. Mentos positions this as the clean sugar-free option. The bottle looks medical, almost clinical. Pure Fresh. Sounds healthy, right? You will find these at Coles and Woolies for about $3.50 for a 50-piece bottle. Flip it over and you will find it contains aspartame. That is additive number 951. Now here is what Mentos does not put on the front of the pack. In 2023, the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Now look, the dose matters, but here is what gets me. They do not tell you that on the front. They tell you it is sugar-free and fresh. They do not mention the controversy at all. I contacted Perfetti Van Mel Australia asking for their response to the WHO classification. Got a generic PR response about regulatory compliance. No actual answer to my question. If you are chewing gum to avoid sugar for health reasons, you deserve to know about potential trade-offs with artificial sweeteners. This is the gum sitting in office drawers across Australia, being chewed by people who think they are making the healthy choice. They deserve better information than what they are getting. Number 8. PK Gum. PK is an Aussie icon. Been around since the 1920s. That green and white packaging is burnt into our collective memory. You will pay about $2 a pack and find it pretty much everywhere. But here is what has changed. The formula is not what your grandparents chewed. Modern PK contains BHT. That stands for butylated hydroxytoluene. It is an antioxidant preservative. Now it is approved in Australia, but it is restricted or banned in food products in Japan. And the European Union has tightened limits on it significantly. Some studies have linked high doses to liver and kidney issues in animals. I pulled out a vintage PK advertisement from the 1960s. The ingredient list was about half the length of today's version. More additives now, more preservatives, more stuff your body has to process. The classic Australian gum is now owned by a multinational corporation and formulated in a lab to maximize shelf life, not your well-being. When brands trade on heritage and nostalgia while quietly changing formulas, that is a betrayal of trust. And that is exactly what has happened with PK number 7, 5 Gum. 5 Gum markets itself as the intense sensory experience gum. All those dramatic ads with people having almost spiritual experiences while chewing. It is aimed squarely at teens and young adults. You will pay about $2.80 per pack at servos and supermarkets. The intense flavor comes partly from artificial flavors, and they do not have to tell you which ones specifically. Just the word flavors on the label. The sweetness comes from a combination of sorbitol, mannitol, and aspartame. Here is the kicker. Sorbitol and mannitol are polyols that can cause significant gastrointestinal distress. We are talking bloating, gas, even diarrhea if you chew too much. I chewed 6 pieces over 2 hours while editing a video. My gut was not happy with me at all. The warning on the pack says excessive consumption may have a laxative effect, but it is in tiny print. And honestly, who reads that before they start chewing? You are paying premium prices for a gum that could genuinely upset your stomach. All marketed with pseudo-spiritual nonsense about awakening your senses. Young people are being sold digestive discomfort wrapped in edgy marketing. It is cynical, and it is not good enough. Number 6, Trident Original. Trident has that American clinical vibe. 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Energy. It is positioned as the sensible choice, the responsible choice. About $2.50 per pack at Woolies and Coles. Here is what they are not telling you. Trident contains acesulfame potassium, also called ACE-K or additive number 950. It is an artificial sweetener that some researchers have raised serious concerns about, specifically regarding gut microbiome disruption. A 2022 study published in the journal Cell found that artificial sweeteners, including ACE-K, can alter gut bacteria composition. Your gut microbiome affects everything, from mood to immunity to how you digest food. I tried to find independent Australian testing on Trident-specific sweetener levels, could not find any. Choice magazine has not done a comprehensive gum review in years. We are flying blind here. Dentist recommended does not mean gut-friendly. It does not mean health professional approved overall. The narrow focus on teeth ignores the rest of your body completely. That is a marketing trick, not health advice. Number 5, Extra White. This one specifically promises whiter teeth. That is the whole selling point. Chew this gum, get a brighter smile. About $3 per pack, and you will find it everywhere. I contacted the Australian Dental Association about whitening gum claims. Here is the truth. The whitening effect is marginal at best. It comes from mild abrasives and the mechanical action of chewing. Not any magic ingredient. You could get the same effect from chewing any sugar-free gum, but they charge a premium for the word white on the branding. I used Extra White exclusively for 2 weeks. Took photos at the start and end under the same lighting. Absolutely zero visible difference. None whatsoever. It is the same as regular Extra with better marketing and a higher price tag. Actual whitening treatments at a dentist work. See, whitening toothpaste have some evidence behind them. Whitening gum? That is marketing, not dentistry. People with genuine self-consciousness about their teeth are paying extra for a promise this gum cannot keep. That makes me genuinely annoyed on their behalf. Number 4, Wrigley Spearmint. The classic, the icon. Been around for over a century. Surely this one is safe, right? About $2 per pack. It still contains BHT like PK, but here is the bigger issue. The gum base itself. What actually is gum base? I dug into this properly. It is a proprietary blend that can include polyvinyl acetate. Yes, the same compound used in PVA glue, as well as polyethylene, which is used in plastic bags. Technically, food grade. Technically approved by our regulators. But when you actually know what you are chewing, it changes things. See, I contacted Wrigley's Australia and asked for a breakdown of their gum-based composition. They declined, citing proprietary formulation. They will not tell us what we are putting in our mouths. 100 years ago, gum base was charcoal, actual tree sap from Central American rainforests. Now it is synthetic polymers. We went from tree to plastic. The secrecy is what bothers me most about this one. If it is safe, why hide it? Why not just tell consumers what they are chewing? Number 3, Eclipse mints and gum. Eclipse positions itself as the sophisticated premium option, the sleek packaging, the intense flavors. It is the gum for people who want to seem like they have got their life together. About $4 per pack. Premium positioning. Here is what they are not advertising. Eclipse contains titanium dioxide. That is additive number 171. It is a whitening agent. That is the stuff that makes the coating bright white and appealing. Here is the problem. The European Union banned titanium dioxide in food products in 2022. The European Food Safety Authority found it could potentially damage DNA, and they could not establish a safe level of intake. Australia? Still approved. Food standards. Australia, New Zealand reviewed it and decided the evidence was not conclusive enough to act. Same ingredient. Different regulatory outcome. I specifically asked Eclipse Australia about their use of titanium dioxide given the EU ban. Their response was, our products comply with Australian regulations. That is not a safety argument. That is a legal argument. There is a big difference. The EU has 450 million people who cannot buy this product anymore because of safety concerns. Australians can grab it at any servo without a second thought. This is where I started getting properly angry during my research. We are being treated as less deserving of precautionary protection than European consumers. That is simply not okay. Number 2, extra professional. The name implies dentist level endorsement, clinical strength, serious oral health benefits. About $6 for the larger packs. I tracked down the actual dental studies Wrigley's cites for their claims. Most are funded by Wrigley's themselves. The clinically proven claims come from manufacturer-funded research, which is not necessarily wrong, but it is definitely not independent verification either. Meanwhile, the ingredient list includes the same controversial sweeteners, the same mysterious gum base, the same additives as their cheaper products. I compared extra professional ingredients side by side with regular extra. Nearly identical formulation. You are paying a 50% premium for the word professional on the pack. That is it. That is what you are getting for your extra money. This is marketing psychology, not health science. They have learned that Australians will pay more for anything that sounds medical or clinical or professional. This one feels like a deliberate ripoff. They know exactly what they are doing with that name, and they are laughing all the way to the bank. Number 1, extra refreshers. And here we are. Number 1, extra refreshers. Those little candy-coated pellets in the clear bottle that look almost healthy, almost fun, almost innocent. About $4.50 per bottle. This product combines nearly every single issue I have mentioned throughout this video. Aspartame, acesulfame, K, sorbitol, mannitol, artificial colors including titanium dioxide in some variants, artificial flavors, BHT, and that mysterious synthetic gum base they refuse to explain. It is the greatest hits of gum industry problems all in one convenient bottle. But here is what genuinely makes me angry. The marketing. They are positioned as a refreshing health-adjacent product. The bottles look like something you would find in a wellness store. They are placed near checkouts, where parents grab them for kids without thinking twice. I read through 3 years of consumer complaints on forums and Product Review Australia, digestive issues, headaches, concerns about giving these to children, all dismissed as anecdotal. I contacted Wrigley's specifically about extra refreshers and children. They pointed me to their website, FAQ. No direct answer whatsoever. This should be in the confectionery aisle with a clear label about what is actually in it. Instead, it is marketed as a breath-freshening health product to Australian families. This complete betrayal of consumer trust is why I made this video. A product loaded with controversial additives, sweeteners linked to gut issues, a potential carcinogen that is banned in European food, and synthetic polymers that might as well be plastic, all sold as a healthy everyday product. It is not good enough. It is nowhere near good enough. So what should you buy instead? First option is simply gum. You will find it at some health food stores and online. About $6 per pack. Yes, it is more expensive, but it is made with chicle, which is actual tree sap, organic cane sugar, or xylitol for sweetness. Natural flavors you can actually identify. 6 ingredients you can pronounce. No synthetic polymers, no artificial sweeteners, no titanium dioxide. The texture is different, softer, less bouncy, but that is because it is actual food, not plastic. Second option is true gum. You can find this in the Woolies health aisle and health food stores. About $4.50 per pack. It has a plant-based gum base with no plastic, sweetened with xylitol and stevia. Our xylitol actually has evidence for dental health benefits, unlike most of what we have talked about today. No aspartame, no ACE-K, no titanium dioxide. It is a Danish brand with transparent ingredient sourcing. They will actually tell you what is in their product. Third option, and this is the honest one, just chew less gum. Our grandparents did not chew gum constantly, and their breath was fine. Drink water, brush your teeth, eat an apple. Sometimes the best consumer choice is opting out of a dodgy category entirely. Your mouth is the gateway to your body. Every single thing you chew, you are absorbing trace amounts through your oral tissues. You deserve to know what is in there. And the gum industry has been getting away with opacity and misleading health marketing for far too long. If you found this valuable, please watch the video appearing on your screen and don't forget to subscribe.